Hey guys, and here we are back for another one. Now, if you recall, during the summer I made some changes here on the office, mainly furniture, a paint job, a few gadgets here and there of course, but I never got the chance to share my setup with you guys. So I didn't want to finish this year without sharing what I've been using for the past year, more or less, in terms of hardware. How do I use things? What do I've got here? My setup, and so on and so forth. So hopefully this video will give you some ideas and hopefully you will enjoy it. And that being said, I'm going to shut up and let's go straight for the video. So here we are for the office tour, in this case the setup that I used for 2015. But before we begin, just a word for those that think that their setup is not good enough. I'll post a few pictures here showing that my setup was not always like this. I started from scratch, a lot of work, investment, a dream of improving, and didn't waste all my money in parties. So with time and effort, I do honestly believe that anyone can accomplish their dream setup. And regardless of how my setup looked in the past and also in the present, I was and am always proud of it. So moving to 2015, this is how it looks. All my gear is powered by two UPSs, which although I don't see them frequently, in my opinion, they are very important. Cable management is all on the back of my desks and it's not pretty as you can imagine, but at the front of the desks I've got everything clean and tight. And furniture wise, I've got two desks plus an extension that I got from a local store. And my chair is nothing special, but it's pretty comfortable, and I chose it mainly because it's comfort and also that I can lift the arms and place it completely under the desk. My wife's and my kids' chair are not office chairs, they are a living room set that my wife chosen, and in terms of looks I actually also enjoy it. And in terms of comfort, they are not as good as an office chair, so I would say a maximum of 3 hours and you will be okay. After that you will feel on your back, but that is all okay because my wife and my kid never spend more than a couple of hours each time. And moving along to my kid's spot, he has a computer that was updated a few weeks ago, and for more details just check out the front page of the channel where I've got all the components. And he also has a 22-inch HP W2207H that will be replaced in 2016. In terms of peripherals, he uses a Microsoft 800 wireless keyboard and mouse and a Logitech F710 gamepad. And by the way, all the displays that you see on the office are mounted on these monitor arms that to me are very useful. I can change angles, height, and etc. And if I need to connect or disconnect anything, it's pretty easy, and even to replace one of the displays is just a matter of a few seconds. Now, in terms of usage, this computer is used for three things only, which are gaming, gaming, and gaming. Oh, and did I mention gaming? So basically, this is what my kid does, and it also used to game stream PC games to the Minix Z64 Android on our living room so that we can enjoy the games not only on the office, but also on the living room as well. And also, I was forgetting that this computer is also used for a very intensive research tasks on the web by my two kids. And now moving a bit to the left, we have my wife's gear, and in terms of mobility, she uses an iPhone 5 for work, iPhone 6 as a personal phone, and the iPad mini with Retina Display as a laptop so that she can make her presentations at work. Using an expensive €50 Lightning to VGA adapter and the app called SlideShark, she just needs to connect the iPad to the projector and that is it. Now, the computer is the Imac Late 2014 Core i5 at 2.7 GHz, and this machine has been featured on the channel several times, so I will not get into much details here. Just to mention that it's basically used to organize all our photo library through the Photos app, and also to work on Office Word to create reports and on Excel to create timetables and similar tasks. And just to put this into perspective, my wife is a chief nurse, so this is the kind of computer requirements that she has. Now, you might say that this configuration is an overkill for what she does, and you are right, it is, but I got it on a good deal and with a 5-year warranty, so it will last a while, and the most important is that she just loves it. And next I've got my main Ethernet switch, which is a D-Link gigabit 16 ports, and also my storage area, my WD-EX2 with two 4TB WD RAIDs that I use to store all my clients' projects along with my own critical data on a RAID 1 setup. The WD-EX2 is then backed up by a WD MyBook with 4TB, and I also have an old MyBook Live that I use to store all our media library. Beneath I've got a Lassie Porsche design 4TB, which is used to store data when I have my MacBook Pro connected on a docking station that we will see in just a few minutes, and finally a few 2.5-inch hard drives with several backups as well. And next I've got the Epson Xp 325 that I reviewed here on the channel, but briefly this is a wireless printer that is very useful, especially because we work with Windows and OS X, and with a Wi-Fi printer there is no issues at all sharing the printer on the two platforms. And now looking at my desk, I've got one 27-inch Asus VE278Q display and two 24-inch LG EA53 displays, all powered by my main computer, and I'll post all the components down below on the description. Now this computer was built with Windows in mind, but for the past year and a half has also been used as a Hackintosh, mainly for Apple Motion 5 and Final Cut Pro. And talking about software, what I use the most is After Effects on my daily work as a motion graphics designer, and as you can see on screen there are also other software types that I use here on the office. Now at this moment beneath my desk I've got my MacBook Pro because I'm planning an update to my main machine, and the MacBook for 2 to 3 weeks will be my main computer. I've got it connected to a Belkin Thunderbolt 2 dock, and with a USB to HDMI adapter it's driving my 3 displays. Now this is not the kind of machine that I would recommend for my type of work, but it will have to do as a temporary solution. And moving to my sound recording tools, I use an unbranded cheap lapel microphone connected to my Canon 650D, and this mic is used to create my YouTube intros and also those long videos that from time to time appear here on the channel. And I also have a Blue Yeti microphone that was purchased about 4 years ago so that I could improve the voice quality of my video tutorials included on the templates sold to my clients. But as you may have noticed, this is also the mic that I use on my YouTube voiceovers, and actually I'm using it right now. The keyboard is a Microsoft 800 set, and my best companion is the Logitech Performance MX mouse, which has been with me for over 3 years and is definitely my favorite mouse. And in terms of sound, I'm using a 5.1 set from Auna, which is nothing special, but the price for the quality, it's actually great. And when necessary, I've got my Bluetooth headphones such as the Minix MT2, Bluetooth Hurricane Turbine and the MPOW Phantom, which are used mainly to hear music when I'm really busy. On the left hand side of my desk I've got the Power Cube, also reviewed here on the channel, a Dodocool USB 3.0 hub, a secondary Ethernet switch, a HDMI switch that I use to connect multiple machines when necessary, and also an Android TV box, which at this moment is the Zido X6 Pro. And the Android TV box here has only one function, which is to control my Canon 650D so that I can set the focus and other options before I start shooting the video. And in terms of mobile phone, I'm still using my old iPhone 4S, and hopefully Apple will release a new iPhone in 2016 with 4 inches according to the rumors, and if they do, I'll grab one of those and then we'll share why I do prefer smaller phones. And moving to the left, I've got another shelf with my recording gear like cameras, lenses, flash, capture cards, and so on. And on this list, I've got the Yongnuo Speedlight 568 EX2, the 18-55 and 55-250 kit lens that I only use for photography, the Canon Prime 50mm 1.8 that I use for video, and also the Canon Prime 24mm 2.8, which is the one attached to my 650D, and it's the most used lens. My secondary camera is the Panasonic Lumix FZ150, which has a great and fast autofocus, and I use it for the unboxing parts of my videos, and the GoPro Hero Black 3, which is the camera that we use especially during the summer to capture our moments with the kids. And the tripod that I use is a cheap Wally-Max tripod that it's very heavy and solid, and the video head is a Velbon model Velflow 9 PH368, and what I can say is that although it's not the best shooting gear, so far it has given me the necessary means to create better footage. And in terms of lights, I've got a Yongnuo with 160 LEDs that honestly I don't use it that much anymore. I also have an Aperture Amaran 672W, which is my main light, and I'll be getting a second one as soon as possible. It's controlled by a remote that we can change intensity, turn it on or turn it off, and I use it on a clamp so that I can place it just about anywhere. And as it is powered by 2 batteries, I can even take it with me on the go wherever I go, which on my opinion is just great. And above my head I also have a softbox that helps me to illuminate the office for my YouTube videos, and when necessary a old standing lamp that can be very useful when I need to spread the light a little bit more. And at the end of the office I've got my white Samsung TV that was very difficult to get it because it was always running out of stock, and this TV is mainly used to make background noise because I don't watch too much TV on the office, but for those that follow the channel you have seen it many times on my reviews to Android TV boxes. And beneath the TV I've got a set of shelves with material that has been reviewed or is waiting on my to-do list to be tested and reviewed. And on the other side of the office where we used to have just books, I also have a second area just for gear that has been tested or is waiting to be tested and once again reviewed. And that is it, guys. I'm sure I have forgotten some details, but at this time this was the best I could deliver to show you my setup. Nonetheless, hope that you guys enjoyed the video, and if you did so don't forget that usual thumbs up. My name is Roberto Jorge, and as always I'll see you on the next one.